What it do, world? She minds and them the toothless wonder. Reporting on the bamboos again news network, right? Sometimes I got laughed stop from crying, bro. So I'm gonna just hop right into the jump, right? And I'll figure out what to title this here later, right? So, I've been feeling like it snowed here in Maryland. I ain't really had no whole lot of giddy up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the snow or spiritual. See, I ain't had no whole bunch of giddy up, yo. So I just basically ate, slept, and that's about it, right? Have some little nicky knack stuff to do when it dissipated a little bit. I ain't really get to rolling around till about what's the day? Friday. You know what I'm saying? Woo woo woo. Shut it down for the Sabbath. You know what I mean? Arise, everything copacetic, whatever, right? But upon my grand, and then Saturday I fasted, right? So upon my grand rise, I'm a little more, got a little more juice in the tank. You know what I'm talking about? So, talk to my mother, right? So I've talked about my child custody issues here, feel my pain. You know what I'm saying? From the black man, right? So whereas though, I talked to my mother. Now, mind you, I've gone no contact with the other parent because it's just stupid. I don't feel like hearing stupid stuff. How Miss will say, you know what I'm saying? You ain't the only one with bad news. You know what I'm saying? Every time I talk to you, it's always something wacky, wild, Kool-Aid style. Something don't make no sense on earth. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it put me in a space of like spiritual hypervigilance or fight or flight mode. Like if this person name pop across my phone, oh, I start tensing up. What the happen now? You know what I mean? I might have to, give it a couple hours and get my mind right, cause I already know it's something stupid. So she touched my mother and tell her. Whereas though, my daughter now she been over there for the weekend, 2 days, right? So I don't hinder, her seeing her mother, right? So whereas though she touched my mother and tell her, uh, my daughter had a nightmare last night that I called her and told her that her grandmother died and she couldn't sleep. She, crying and this, that, and the third. She woke up with scratches on her, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, right? And me, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, so it's never nothing, oh, I got a new job or, oh, I'm losing weight naturally or it ain't no, it's always something stupid. Tired of stupid stuff. That's why I don't talk to her. And when I was telling my mother or talking to my mother, right, I'm like, well, it sounds dumb. But then you never know how true the stuff is she say. Because there's always some motive or agenda or some backhanded plot to make you think something so she can run some type of agenda or whatever the case may be. Because I've called hell trying to, you know what I'm saying? She got my daughter. I didn't know this. She got my daughter on SSI, labeled as disabled when ain't nothing wrong with her. She don't have none of these issues with me. No nightmare, because it's a harmonious household and environment. You know what I'm talking about? All this wacky wild stuff happen under your domain. You know what I'm saying? You never know how true it is. That's why I don't want to talk to her, because it's always something stupid. And then you got to disseminate what's true, what ain't, what am. That's too much mental energy that I need to be focusing other places. Then, you know what I'm saying? So I shake my head like, but then, she got my daughter, which I ain't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? And then it might be an agenda to keep contributing. See, she has problems. She needs help, and I need to get the money for it, even though she doesn't live with me. But I tell everybody that she does. And then I catch hell because she went ghost on me one time. Well, until I ghosted her in response. Because when I'm trying to, get her to, verify that the child lived with me, she went ghost on me to hold on to just trying to hold on to the leverage and the financial benefit relates to the child. So that just let me despise you even more because now, we got this court proceeding coming up and it ain't about what's in the best interest of the child. You masquerading it, even though all this monkey stuff keep happening under your roof, yo. And as her father, I feel so like powerless. And you try to go the legal route here in Babylon where everything flip floppy. And I catch hell trying to get these various agencies that she's linked into to even look into. I filed a CPS report. I done went down Social Security and tried to, made a sworn statement, whoop the whoop the whoop. They say, well, we don't know you're the father, right? Well, I'm like, I got a paper saying child support saying I'm the father because I'm paying, you know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, that don't work, even though that's another state agency that verifies stuff. Then I go get the birth certificate. They tell me it's not the original. I'm like, man, I had to walk out that jump, right? You know what I'm saying? Then, as far as social service and all these people and all this here, she called and told them the child lived with her and they reversed benefits. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is just, to me now, you're just being purposefully spiteful. We are now sworn enemies. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, it ain't no reconciliation at this point. You done too much. And it's not that you mess up. You just basically by action let me know that you will do whatever you can to hinder me raising my child upright. You know what I'm saying? You want to contribute to generational cursing. Your other child allegedly already got herpes. You know what I'm saying? She had her sister was living with her at one point, right? Whereas though, and she deal with old flunky dude, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? Just anybody she can get off the street who need her, you know how that go. But he worship Satan, you know what I'm saying, on the low run. He bum yo Satan worshiper, right? He about one of the only Negroes I know who now in 2024, 2025 still drink malt liquor and worship Satan and smoke Reggie weed, ill. And this is who you got around the kid. So she tell me he worships Satan. So I'm like, why? Why is he under your domain? My sister, I didn't ask you about your sister. I asked you about satanic bum yo. Why yo? And then you know why, but then you play dumb. And I'm saying everybody play these dumb tactics, right? Where now that everything is going bonkers in your household, you don't understand the callous as to why it's like that. But refuse to do anything to change it. But then when it get wacky wild, you want to call somebody come say, I pray for the youngest, cuz. Sometimes it make you want, I ain't gonna lie though, bro, just for the sake of peace. Sometimes I ain't gonna do it, but I be halfway tempted to just say, throw my hands up, say the hell with all of it, and y'all just go destroy each other, yo. But then I be going out like a chump. But then in fighting the good fight, you get so many hindrances, roadblocks, they make you jump through so many hoops that would be easily proven. You got to spend a whole bunch of money to go to court, and that take a whole long time. Then you got to pay money, do this and do that. But all the other party got to do is just say something, and they believe. This is crazy. Known liars get the benefit of the doubt. But the dude who's constantly made stride characteristic to be a better man, somehow don't believe him. Even though can't nobody point out nothing I've been wrong about or lied about. And it get frustrating, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Here's what it do. And this is the temptation. And I talked about on here previously my temptation to vindicate myself, right? Which I went beyond the mark, and you know what I'm saying, woo woo, right? But it make me, and I see why it's in the word, right? And I'm trying to be obedient, and I am. But it is so tempting to solve this under my own hand, yeah. Now, in the right side up situation, I'm the father. I wouldn't have to, ask nobody permission or tell some other people about what's going on and hope they do something when they feel like it and all that, damn, man. I hate Babylon, Jack. Every day, B. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta take this. It's almost, to some degree, I feel like a slave, Joe. I don't like feeling like no slave when I'm all about the freedom, yo. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? You gotta, negotiate with I ain't negotiating with the wicked. Like I told y'all, she had this one move. Like my mother told her, my mother told me, there's an old people saying, whereas though you'll need me before I need you. So when she tried to pull the move and I gotta pay her to claim my child on my taxes, no, we ain't doing that. And I ain't make no agreement with the adversary. So you keep the money or do whatever you do, but I ain't fooling with you. Cause that mean I gotta talk to you and I don't wanna talk to you. I'm liable to say something real good and stupid that's actually true. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll say, then you'll tell my dog, I ain't fooling with you, right? So then I guess she called my mother and, maybe that was a sympathy play at the same time. So now my mother gonna do the taxes, whatever, right? It's just crazy, yo. It's sickening out here, man. Then I ain't gonna do it, but I see why brothers crash out, yo. It's so crazy. Like, I catch more hell trying to do right than I ever did when I was living totally wild, Joe. You know what I'm saying? And it make you want to just say, man, F it, and just be all about you and just concede defeat. But I ain't gonna feel like no hellified Negro later on down the line and something old wild. I got to fight. Sometimes you just get tired. That's why I think in the word talk about be not weary and well doing. Because it do get tiresome. Especially, it's not even just, you do right or whatever. It be the do right, but it be all the backlash and everybody come. Like, how? Again, in my idealistic mind, how am I getting attacked for doing what's right? When if you ask anybody, yeah, you should do that. But then when I go do it, You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody feeling me, or they make me, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, this is Ilgascus, yo. Give me strength. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Because I got some information. I can ask them. Now, I ain't talking about them crazy. But I can ask them out the game right now and cause them more pain and stuff that I know they can't handle. And it will cause some collateral damage. But I want the problem over with. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm just venting on here. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of playing the game straight up and Shima ain't getting nowhere, yo. You know what I'm saying? I want to be done with these people, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about them crazy, all right? You know what I'm saying? Something that would vex them so much so that they know I ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be tempted to show people, yeah, you operating evil and wickedness, but you're actually not more evil and wicked than me, yo. I just suppress it on a daily basis. I want to, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Boys, it's real in the field, baby. It's real in the field. Oh, then another one, right? So that's enough about that, right? So again, I talk about healthcare and treatment and all that. And what was that song? Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. And here's another one of my issues, though, right? Wherein I really despise people, the exploitation, which is the way the whole Babylonian demonstration is set up. Because I've been exploited. That's why as best I can help it or mindful to, I try not to need no help. Because now we're in a space where the help will exploit you and keep you codependent on them. That's why you don't see no healing nowhere. Church, hospital, none of that. So one of my confidential sources, I'm talking about, send me secure emails from the old job, right? So the counselor woman, she quit. Effective immediately, right? Gone. So my other partner in Baltimore, he got his girl uncle, I think, or cousin. He in the spot, so he asked me a little inside information. I'm giving my critiques, woo. You know what I mean? Whatever. Next day, the counselor woman quit, right? I said, I told you, cuz we're on the battlefield, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I can't even get nobody looking at them. So the woman quit, woo. So me and the confidential source going through, you know what I'm saying, like what would be the reason, woo, right? Then she sends me a slew of other emails from the person in charge of the clinical department. And who else? Oh, and another clinician, right? So now they got avenues, recovery centers, they're all across the country, right? I think they just built one in Denver, and they just built one, I believe, in Norfolk, Virginia Beach, right? It was about 4 hours away from where I'm at, right? So the woman that had quit was talking about how like 3 to 4 clients who are from Virginia have come to her, and they wondering, like, we just completed treatment in Virginia. Why are we here? You know what I'm saying? So then the one woman says, well, I'll talk to the teacup head, man, whom I despise. You know what I'm saying? And just tell them wait till Monday. So that's a couple more days they can bill insurance, right? Instead of just asking these people questions. And then the other woman come on and like, well, I'm not for sure. And then here's what they do. They throw it off on other people or point the finger, but everybody in on it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody just play dumb. The play dumb tactic while we pacify you with company lines. So she telling in the email saying that the Virginia people told, now they're both avenues demonstrations, right? So the Virginia people telling them that down here we're a step down, you know what I'm saying, in treatment care, restrictions, so on and so forth. It's the same demonstration. But then talking into another confidential source, I think in Delaware and Virginia, they can only do intensive care, what they call PHP, for 30 days. Here in Maryland, it's 45 days. So I believe what they've done is, because all these avenues are interlocked under the same corporate plantation, strikes again, right? For whatever the reason, or however they deem it, or maybe they, lottery pick them, they get 30 days out of them in Virginia. Then send them across state lines into Maryland and bill them again another 45 days. That's 75 days. That's 2.5 months of intense inpatient treatment where you can't move, you can't talk on the phone, you have no internet access, you group all day long for 2.5 months. Company line, well, you need to get the rest of your treatment. It ain't about getting the rest of your treatment. It's about finding some finagling way to bill your insurance. Now, essentially, in my mind, they're now trafficking clients across state lines to bill their insurance on the Chitlin circuit. And who's caught in the what? And the clients are left in the dark. Now, what'll happen is they'll tell them here in Maryland, they dropped the ball in Virginia, but you're here now, you might as well get with the program. And you out of state, you just can't leave or somebody come for come pick you up. You know what I'm saying? So now it's Puff Daddy. Take that. You know what I mean? And then let's say they go back to Virginia, leave, do whatever, ask them people. They ain't gonna do nothing but shift blame over here. And say, well, they were, and that's what they told us. And they'll just keep ping-ponging you. But at the top, and depending on who you are, you already know the play they running. Where, like, everybody is soulless at this point. And then here's what happened. That's why I left. Because now they come with these corporate edicts, right? Now, you know the truth. So you either go along and be a yes man company dude, knowing they effing these people over, or do like I used to do and give them the inside information on the hush tip. And this is how you work this move. You know what I'm saying? Man. And they get to get away with this. And then, like I said, I was so perplexed and vexed because I reported these people to numerous agencies, you know what I'm saying, and ain't nobody that I can tell looked into them. Or health department, they said maybe a couple weeks ago the health department there twice, but they mess around, just pay people all and go on about their business, you know what I'm saying? And then I be feeling like some type of way though, Joe, because I'm like, yo, they say evil only prevails when good men do nothing, right? But it seems like we're in this space where Babylons can just do whatever it want, and we can't stop them. And that be vexing me, because it's like, granted, it didn't happen to me, but I know about this head. But everybody, like corruption ramp, everybody on the take, you know what I'm saying? Everybody taking bribes and shucking and, you know what I'm saying? And losing their souls, you know, on the company altar, you know what I'm talking about, man? And then who gets caught in the wash? The vulnerable, the people with no voice, the people with issues. That's why I say it's so crazy. Let's say I got whatever issue, let's say mentally or whatever, that I can't handle. And then I mess around. I need to go get help. That makes sense, right? You go to the help. You thinking the help, you know, you don't know no better. And the help give you 20 different prescriptions. Now you can't function. But according to them, you're making progress. But I can't function though. But that's all right though. But you all right though. Listen to me, my name Dr. Bullshit. I was just on Times Weekly for talking bullshit. Don't even believe in you, yo, believe in me. Even though, man, yo, Joe, it's so saddening, man. It's not even saddening that it's happening, which is the case. It's so saddening. I feel powerless to do anything about none of this here that I witness all around me, Joe. Make me feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, so is we not supposed to fight? I understand vengeance is mine and the Lord fights. So while I wait on the Lord, I'm supposed to watch everybody get their hind parts handed to them. I ain't supposed to do nothing. Why must I witness this? Granted, I ain't trying to put myself in the mind of God because you can't figure that out. You know what I'm saying? But is this what you called me to do? I'm really struggling with that, bro. For real, man. Everywhere you turn, just wicked. Yo, I say, look, and I'm just talking, right? So I don't know how true it is, but I'll cover from both ends and meet at the middle, right? Where though, I hops on to demonstrate the YouTube, no, it wasn't YouTube, social media platform, Facebook, right? And the dude, Wack 100, is supposed to be the super duper Pyru blood, man. You know, the Adam 22 dude who he let people smash on his wife and all this here. But all the gangster Negroes go over there to his podcast. They fighting and carrying on and looking like monkeys. Like Kanye said, drug dealer apply clothes, crackhead buy crack, and Adam 22 get paid off of all of that. I'm sick of that. Bars. Anywho, now I don't know how true it is, right? Hold on. So whereas though, what Grace said? Oh, so I don't know how true it is, but they saying that they wife swap, right? Adam 22 and his wife, they swap with the dude Whack Attack 100 and his wife. So now gangsters is swapping wives now. And let's say it's not true, right? But they're just doing it like for social media or for views, clickbait, whatever. The fact that you're willing to say, yeah, my white overlord, even though I'm the super gangster, King Poop on Turd Island, even though the white dude who really got all the power slept with my wife, we playing, but I'm willing to promote this and put this into the universe, even if it's a skit or not real. So at this point, nothing off limits here in Rome. There are no more morals or principles. All of it is subject to the almighty dollar. You know what I'm saying? What's next? If Adam 22 say, man, I want to tap on them buns a little bit, you'll do that. It's like prison. You start, compromising here, compromising there. Next thing you know, man, mess around and tell you, I see you, I like you, and I want you. And then he done chipped away at you for a period of time. Even though you bigger than him, can beat him up, he done got the psychological edge. And he don't even have to give you no money. He can just promise you an opportunity in the future. And now you booted up. Like I said, Joe, sometimes I just want to unzip this vessel and just float on up top, yo. You know what I mean? I gotta make it to heaven for going through hell. You know what I mean? And this is all I say. I'm ready to just like get off social media altogether, yeah. Because it's just getting more exponentially. And these are, celebrity, but if you were younger, you would gauge everything. You would think everybody sweet. You would think everybody a scammer. You know what I'm talking about? It'll create this perception. And I'm in this space. I don't, honestly, I don't want to fool with nobody, yeah. Yeah, we can talk and we can chop it up, but interpersonally, as I like to call it, on the other side of the fence, and it's not even that I question certain people's motives, right? That I've gotten to know, as of recently, right? It just, at this point, I just don't have the energy to extend out to store or invest in a relationship, yo. I ain't got it. I don't even know if I want to even have it at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so crazy. Like, you can't tell who's who no more. And then you gotta be real leery, right? You got your Pastor Dials, the ring. Like, these are brothers who know, our true identity. These are brothers who use the name of Yeshua and Yahuwah, right? And then do some old wild stuff with no repentance or no humility. And you know what I'm saying? These are people who quote scripture. Now they move beyond the Christianized church. Now Satan is all up in, the truth. and shuttering that like a ship to crash somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to even tell who's really in the truth when they use the truth, but the truth not in them. It's too much mentally to disseminate at this point. So I just stay on the safe side and just keep everybody at arm's length until I feel otherwise, or I'm in a different spiritual space and all that. Because I ain't come all this far to just get bamboozled because I dropped my guard. I was thinking about this last night too, right? You know what I'm saying? Now we supposed to put on the whole armor of God, right? And other than the sword of the word, they're all defensive weapons to stop the fiery arrows, right? Which is good. But on the flip side of it, right? Armor can be very cumbersome, weighty and tiresome if you got to walk around with armor on all day long. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of restrictive to some degree. Just using wearing armor analogy, right? What I wouldn't give, what I wouldn't give to be able to just go to a remote, tropical location, right? Sparsely populated. Take my armor off and sit down in a lawn chair. Exhale. Probably break down and just go to sleep. Because it's so like I'm almost in the space of spiritual hypervigilance. I just got a little mess on my phone. Spiritual hypervigilance. Where it's almost like spiritual PTSD to a degree. Or empathy burnout. Wherein you gotta be on pizzoint at all times. I mean, yeah, in certain, but it's like, well, you're not meant to be in that space, I don't think, for an extended period of time. And then when you're not in that space, right, or like isolation, you can be so isolated for so long that when you are placed around people, you can't function. Or you're looking at them funny. Or and they don't pose no threat or none of that. But because you ain't been around people so long, and all you've heard is your own thoughts and voices, whatever they may come from, you start thinking stuff going on that ain't. But it seemed real to you. I think that's the, empathy burnout, spiritual PTSD, and emotional mental hypervigilance. Don't get me wrong, with bound people, people cool and all that, but I'm talking about overall in general, right? I don't trust nothing and nada. Not because I have trust issues or I'm unhealed in that area. It's because from what I see, nobody really trustworthy. That's why. For the most part, interpersonally. You know what I'm saying? On the other side, like, I really, like, being where I'm at with it now, I just can't see myself, and granted, things could change, but I can't see myself in a romantic relationship, where we share a home and, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I even want that at this point, because I've been kind of so dolo for so long, then I had to adjust, and I'm really not good at adjusting to other people. Everybody's going to have to adjust to me at this point. Because I'm used to being by myself, you know what I'm saying? It would have to add, you know what I'm saying? Or create something that I already don't have. So herein lies the quagmire. Let's say a woman, comes offering, emotional support. That's cool, but I don't really need it now. So you're offering me something that I don't really want at this point. And then let's say in seasons past, when I was more looking for that, I couldn't find it. Like I had a situation where, like I talked about my shorty passing away. That's been years ago now. And out the blue, I think it was last year, her sister reached out to me because she was having a housewarming party or whatever the case may be. I ain't heard these people in a decade. Now, when I was a little more tenderized, if that's the word I want to use, to that situation, I'd have jumped at the opportunity to be around the family and, kind of share or, get it, whatever, right? But now that I'm out of that space, I have no desire to go to your home. You know what I'm saying? I don't need it now. So it's almost, and it's not the other people's fault. It's like now people offer me stuff that I don't want. I don't need it no more. Because I've learned how to be my own emotional support. I've learned how to be my own counselor. Granted, I try to be adaptive, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also very rigid. Because you know how to, black man get older, he kind of get set in his ways to a degree and all that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't been around, like, I just can't, you know what I'm saying? Or let's go to eat. But if I don't want to go to eat, and then you're going to feel some type of way. Or you're going to feel neglected and all that. And I'm probably not going to, I'm going to care about you, the person, but I'm not going to care about your feelings. And the reason why is because I'm not at liberty to even care about my own feelings. Like I got feelings like I'm talking on here. But I still got to operate logically in spite of my feelings. You know what I'm saying? You know what's crazy? It's so bad, and I'm just going in my own mind with this. And I've been came to this epiphany or just thought process. Just looking at the quote unquote, for lack of a better word, the dating pool, right? If Okay, now we all have a desire for the opposite sex, right? But being where I'm at with it now, understanding, my need for leverage and, so people can't play with, or, like the people at the old job, they decline, they just getting ran through, they just getting, trafficked out of state, but can't do nothing about it because they don't have no leverage. They ain't got no leg to stand on. They don't have no, what I'm saying, whatever, right? I don't know, even though, let me say this, and I've experienced this personally. That's what kind of broke me out of having casual sex. A true bond between a man and a woman is probably, if not the most beautiful thing you can experience on this earth when it's real. You know what I'm saying? Kids come out that union. You know what I'm talking about? When it's done in love and, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all equally yoked and two flesh become one. It's the most beautiful thing upon earth. You know what I'm talking about? But I don't know if I even want to experience that kind of level of love again. You know what love would be to me? Obedient servitude. I know it sounds insensitive. I know it. I'll love you if you understand me. I'll love you if you do what I ask. You know what I'm saying? And then because I see you serving, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, oh, let's go Tijuana. You know what I'm saying? You deserve this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Almost how I don't even know if they do this anymore. Like, you at the company and you work hard and all that, and then they reward you with a promotion and some more days off out of nowhere to show their appreciation to keep you going. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, yo. Like, I've been saying, I might have to play the long game with this. Instead of having a wife and or girlfriend in that title kind of sense, I might just have to wait till Babylon fall apart and then what's that, Isaiah 4 kick in, where women just present themselves to be my obedient servant. So now they ain't really worried about a whole bunch of Europeanized romance and all this, that, and the third. Just let us be called by your name. I bet we can work like this. Man, this is crazy. Like I said, I use the polar bear and the Everglades analogy or scenario. You know what I'm saying? Polar bear, he's supposed to be in Antarctica somewhere, chilling, literally. You know what I'm talking about? But if you stick him in the Everglades, which is not, he's going to start exhibiting characteristics and behavior that don't naturally come to a polar bear because he has to adjust to a terrain he ain't meant to be in. And then this is the gift and the curse of idealism. I know how things are supposed to be, but I have to operate in the way that they are, and it'd be a struggle for the kid. Then I'd be trying to come up with these mathematical societal variations or equations to limit personal exposure and risk, and hopefully get something out the deal that's decent for me. And my brain, doing this Einstein thing, can't come up with the Pythagorean, the Pythagorean algorithm or something like that. That's sad, Joe. When shall we arise, yo? When the valley of the dry bones come, I hear them rattling, but when they start locking, when, man? It's enough to make the slow one come down your jump, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Society-wise and all this here, I'd be like, look, last night, I'm a Raven fan, right? I don't watch none of the games. I just check the highlights and the stats after the fact. So I was kind of tired, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I should do something. I was kind of funky in my mind, right? I said I should go to the homies, you know what I'm saying, watch the game, distract myself a little bit, whatever. And my car drove me home, yeah. Nah, I'm like, yeah. I'm losing my ability. Now I'm an empathetic guy, don't get me wrong. Like, I can be empathetic to the guy I see standing in front of the gas station who need a couple dollars. But I restrict that empathy in my personal life. Because all the times I've done that, it's bit me in the hind parts. You know what I'm talking about? So I'll be more empathetic to people I don't know. But when people I do know, like my man, $15, you'll ask me for the $15, say he's going to pay me back and didn't. And then had a nerve to talking about, and then just inbox, I need you again. No. Now you just think you can get over. That's what's going on in my brain. I'm thinking you think you can get over. And I hate my intelligence being assaulted, yo. You know what I'm saying? Feel me? It's just like, damn, Joe, like familiar people are becoming ghosts and strangers before my very eyes. I've seen people who I established personal rapport with over a short period of time morph into something I ain't even recognize. You know what I'm saying? Now I recognize them from memory, but my spirit like, yo, who that dad? Cause they spirit done changed. So now I'm looking at a familiar stranger. You know what I mean? I truly, now understand the word when they truly say, like, we are nomads and sojourners and aliens. That's exactly how I feel, yo. Don't nothing make no sense. And it's hard for me to find a niche to carve out, to call my own. You know what I mean? This is wild, Joe. I'm talking to people. What I'm saying don't make no sense to them. They talk to me. What they saying don't make no sense to me. But we speaking the same language. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost a fractioning of reality to this point. You know what I'm saying? The abnormal has become so normal that trying to do normal stuff or do stuff the way it's always been done seems abnormal to abnormal people. And not only do it seem abnormal, they'll try to stop you. You know what I'm saying? Just like it has to be spiritual. Just like, okay, we got let's say, in the YouTube streets, right? You got, your 304s, right? And then they'll shame and put a label on women who want to be married and be wild, submissive, and this, that, and the third, and call them pick-me's, right? But they not, oversaturating the market in 304ism. So why would you feel the need to shame people who ain't stopping you from doing what you're doing? But then if pick-me's, quote unquote, say something about, 304s, then they're a whole bunch of names and they come after them and, you know what I'm saying, try to practice witchcraft. Like, and I'm in a space where I be like, because my intellectual, I be trying to figure stuff out. But you can't figure it out. Just like I be asking God, like, yo, just make it plain to me. But understand, like, God, to some degree, is a mystery. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've been stopped trying to put myself in the mind of God. Can't do that. Not that I'm trying to, like, do that, but I'm just trying to do that so I can ascertain if I'm doing this correctly. You know what I'm saying? But it's sometimes, like, why you gotta be so, why you just can't tell me? You know what I'm saying? And then I'll know what to do, then I can be obedient. But if he's banking on the fact of all this mysterious stuff happening, and then I'm able to discern what it is without him telling me, I'm probably gonna choose wrong if I'm dealing with human intellect, because this is an intellect beyond human wisdom and knowledge. So what I do? So I typically don't do nothing. If I don't know what to do, I just don't do nothing. But in the doing nothing, then there's a temptation. You should do something. You should, you know what I'm saying, put that play together that you've been holding in your back pocket for how long. And, you know what I'm saying? But then I'll be disobedient based on the words I understand it to be. So I just got to take that. Oh, man. It's hard. But I'm going to do it, though. But it's just hard, bro. It's hard watching the wicked get away with wickedness with their chest puffed out. I be tempted to go get them, yo. Seriously. But then I'll be in jail. But the police won't lock them up. The police ain't even policing. You know what I'm saying? They'll lock Negroes up. You know what I mean? But then they'll say that's hearsay and this, that, and the third. But when it comes to you, hearsay admissible. You got tangible proof and evidence. That ain't evidence enough. So do I keep pursuing this or do I just give up? Or do I let them, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be frustrating, yo. Give me a headache. Yo, there's got to be a better way. I can't wait for Babylon 4. I'll be honest with you, yo. Seriously. What you gonna do? I don't know. But I'm tired of the way it's constructed. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, yo, how black power can you be and your money in a financial institution that loan your money out, and then if something happens, or we all go try to get our money, they say it ain't in there. But then we're kind of legal, the way society's set up, we kind of legally obligated to do that. Or we can't do other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why my whole thing about credit was. And the whole usury talking point and all that. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But you can't do certain stuff unless you establish credit. So they phone you in there anyway. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll take care of my child, under the table. But I'm like, man, they're not going to legally extort me and take my money and all this here. So I'll get a little job, you know what I'm saying, underneath the table. They can't track it, this, that, and the third. But then when I go get my license, they just pop right up. Oh, but you got to tighten them up over there first before you come see. Sometimes I don't think we're meant to beat the system. I think that's part of the, coming out and setting apart and all that. You just got to leave the system alone. I'm halfway tempted to blow my whole, I ain't going to do it though. I don't know. I'm a flight risk, me, myself. I'm tempted to just stop participating altogether, yo. I know I'm supposed to run under Caesar what's head, but I'm tempted to hide my ass out, not pay no credit card, you know what I'm saying? I'm tempted to pull a rabbit out my hat, yo, just so I can say I ain't bow down to Nebuchadnezzar, yo. I'd rather, where the guillotine at? If I gotta live like this, man, walk me to the guillotine, cuz. I'm up out of here, man. It ain't so. Granted, I ain't on the unaliving and, of self-deletion and all that. But, man, you mean tell me I fight to not have my child demonically influenced and seem like I'm losing? Man, I don't want to be there. For what? What's so great about it? I got to eat a whole bunch of food that's made with a laser or a clone? And then I got to break my neck $900 just to afford some poison food that ain't real? Huh? Man, where the guillotine, cuz? You mean tell me all these Negro buck broken and pandering and tippy-tomming, but half playing tough, but when tough stuff go on, see none of them? Where the guillotine, cuz? And they'll set me up. You know what I'm saying? I got a partner, right? Now, he done rose up in the institution in Baltimore, right? But I've had a few different homies say, if he have an issue with you, based on his ego, he will get you put out. Not because you broke the rules or you did something you ain't supposed to per the mission statement or the rules of conduct, because he don't like you. But he in a position of leadership. But the first thing he do is get Negro put out that he'd have a disagreement with. Man, where the guillotine, cuz? We can't. Where is the guillotine, yeah? Can't find a suitable mate. And then on top of it, it's so bad. If you do find one, you thinking they sent by the adversary or some government agency to line you up, because it seems like it's not even too good to be true. You just decent. Seem like. So now I'm scared of you. Where the guillotine? Don't want to be by yourself, but can't be with no. This is what Babylon created, yo. This might be one of my longest videos ever, yo. You know what I'm saying? The sister, they can't tell who's who. You know what I'm saying? You just got to roll the dice and hope he ain't no Pookie or Ray Ray, because everybody playing chameleon. Like all these shows say, dating coaches, like the Giselle, I keep getting on her. How did she become the creme de la creme to where she's been? I guess I do know why, because the system put him in that place. I never previously heard of her. And what kind of doctor ain't got no office, yo? But somehow she's telling women what kind of man to get. And she 40, ain't got no man, and turned down 2 marriage proposals. Where the guillotine, cuz? You know what I mean? Like the Derek Waxer man, the Yada Awakening man, and all these super duper bombers talking about the woman, the queen, and you should take care of some other kids and do all this here when they ain't never worked when you did it. You know what I'm saying? But somehow, and then some old wild, or they live contrary to what they tell the sisters, the type of man they should be. Where the guillotine? You know what I mean? You get sick, the doctor make you sicker. Where the guillotine? You try to watch football, that's WWE. Where the guillotine, cuz? You know what I'm saying? Then you just do right, then come to discover you got people, you know what I'm saying, with your picture on it, and doing rituals and seances, and you don't know nothing about it. You know what I mean? And you ain't did nothing to these people other than just try to be decent. That's it. Nothing super spectacular. I just try to be decent and treat people right. Now they summoning up familiar spirits and all this hair on you. You don't know nothing about it. You know what I mean? Where the key? Yo, this is the reality of the situation, folks. You know what I mean? We in the line, homies join gang, and then your homeboy backdooring you and all, cause he jealous, and you're darned if you do that. You come up out the set, right? You leave the hood, they say you're fake. You stay in the set, your homeboys backdoor you. You should have left. Where the guillotine? You can't. You darned if you do, darned if you don't, Joe. You know what I'm saying? You want to be fruitful here. Ain't no wise in general. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? But then you go across seas. Now you done married into another culture. How much longer will Babylon exist, yo? Trump talking about annexing countries, and here's what's crazy. Negroes don't pass the baton. But white folk do. So I guess Bill Gates, he done passed the baton to, I don't know if he even human, Elon Musk. Now he gonna try to microchip everybody for Satan. You know, and we going along with it. What I need a chip for? I ain't been had none. Elbow. Swing low, sweet chariot. Swing low, sweet chariot, man. Now I understand them old slave gospel songs when they was in the field 18 hours a day. Way in the woods. What else you gonna hope in? What else can you really what else can you really aspire to at this point, yo? Got me falling to the floor, begging for the Lord to let me into heaven's door. That's the cry of the Negro soul in this jump. And my thing is, if you all right with this, you part the problem. You looking to find you a solution on the new digital plantation. Well, you probably you get zapped up with a whole bunch of crap because they tell you, but won't tell you what's in it, but just take it because we your overlord. Then you start turning into an X-Man with no superpowers. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? You get to share your wife with all your you know what I'm saying? Where the guillotine cut? Man, on that note, man, I'ma holler at y'all, man. One love, baby. Stay up out here, cover your six. I'm all right. Woo-hoo!